All right, these guys just make way too much sense for the Yankees, and I got another crazy Juan Soto prediction for you. What's up, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great weekend. So, I want to talk about three relievers that just make way too much sense for the Yankees, and they're definitely within their market price range and everything else. The Yankees have already agreed they're going to be aggressive in free agency, super aggressive when it comes to the bullpen, as they should, because they have 4 or 5 guys who are likely not coming back. So they need to replenish this bullpen no matter what. So if you happen to be a Yankee fan or a baseball fan and you're not sub to this channel, please make sure you sub to the channel. Please make sure your notifications are turned on. I'll keep you in the loop on everything. We are about 3 weeks away from the winter meetings, and I've got somebody out there who's going to be reporting for me and breaking news, so I'll get it out to you as it comes in. And I thank you so much for that. I really do. It's greatly appreciated. I want to make sure you don't miss anything. So, with that said, okay, reliever number one, an oldie but a goodie, David Robertson. Yeah, he's 39, going to be 40. But these are his stats in 2024. Okay, he was 3-4 with a 3 ERA even. He has a career 2.90 ERA. He also had 99 strikeouts and 72 innings pitched. One of the biggest complaints this year from fans was the Yankees didn't have a lot of strikeout guys, right? Well, this is one of them right here. He could probably be had on a 1-year deal, and he was with the Texas Rangers this year, so he's already in the American League. Okay, so this is definitely worth considering a reunion with David Robertson if you can get him. He just declined his mutual option for 2025, so he's a free agent right now. So he's a guy, and he's got impeccable control. And one of the main traits I'm going to talk about in these 3 guys is that they don't walk a lot of guys. We had we had an issue with relievers walking too many guys this year. These guys are the kind of the opposite. They strike out, and it's almost like a 4-to-1 ratio in terms of how many strikeouts and how many walks they give. So that's a good testament to control. And if you come in here and work with Matt Blake, that's a good sign too. So kudos to Matt Blake for that. But that's reliever number one. Reliever number two, Kirby Yates, also a former Yankee. Now this guy's a little younger. I think he's 35 or 36. But he was 7-2 this year with a 1.17 ERA in the same team as David Robertson. It's 61 innings pitched and 85 strikeouts. Okay, if you look at his stats, he's had a couple super duper dominant years. Padres, he's good with the Yankees, good with the Rangers. So he's another guy that's worth bringing in, trying to bring in on a 1-year deal. Okay, as much as I would love for him to get Tanner Scott, and I'd even and a lefty reliever, they definitely need to bring in or bring back. So if they bring back Tim Hill, I'd be happy. But I'm sure they can replace Tim Hill with another Tim Hill or Tim Hill type who's 10 years younger. So would I be surprised if he's back? No. Would I be happy if he was? Sure. He was good with the Yankees this year. And lastly, this is a younger reliever. This is Jeff Hoffman from the Philadelphia Phillies. He was 3-3 with a 2.17 ERA this year, 66 innings pitched and 89 strikeouts. Okay. So again, these guys average more than a strikeout in inning pitched. And he's, I think, 31 or 32, so he's one of the younger ones. But if let's just say they got one of these and Tanner Scott, it would be awesome if they could do that. Now, I still think a lot of this stuff is going to revolve around Juan Soto. So who they bring, and this is why I'm, mentioning guys like this, because these guys can be had at a reasonable contract. Tanner Scott's going to be most likely the most expensive reliever on the market, unless the Yankees clear more payroll, either through trades or non-tenders. It's going to be harder to add to Juan Soto. And hopefully they do, bring Soto back. But this is a way of fortifying the team. I've said this recently a lot. Soto or not, he doesn't address the bullpen. He doesn't address the infield. So these holes need to be addressed either way. And I would start to be proactive in addressing these holes. That way we can go to Soto and say, see, you're coming back. You would be coming back to a better team than last year. Than the other way around. Because Soto and Cole back is great, but it's still not enough. Can help get us to the World Series, but we need to do things that put us over the top. And these are the types of guys that can help do that. Okay? It's a team effort. You have multiple holes to fill. Soto only fills one. So it's just something to keep in mind. Okay. I also like to mention somebody like Ben Shields. He's in Double A right now as a recent draft pick by the Yankees, 25 years old, but he's been kind of groomed as a starter as well. And like I said, he's in Double A, but he's a guy that could potentially maybe win a spot out in spring training. He should at least get a shot to win a spot in spring training, whether it be long relief or potentially in the rotation, because we don't really have many frontline rotation prospects that are at a high level right now that are ready for the majors. That's one of the things we don't have. Ben Shields, to me, looks like one of the more promising guys. Plus, he's a lefty. So, and beyond Carlos Rodon and only one more year left of Nestor Cortez, we don't have much lefties after that. So he's a guy that I would definitely be considering too. But let me know what you think about these three guys. Okay. Now let's transition over to Juan Soto. I read an article that there's an insider in baseball who's saying that the Juan Soto is going to spurn the Yankees in favor of not the Mets. He's also going to spurn the Mets. Obviously in favor of not the Dodgers either. According to this insider, he's going to spurn the Yankees, the Mets, and the Dodgers, and he's going to go out and sign with the Houston Astros. Okay, that to me would be a shocking free agent signing. But it would also tell me that if that happened, then Kyle Tucker's more than likely going to get traded or will not be back next year, when he becomes a free agent, especially if they re-sign Alex Bregman. So, but that's the prediction there. The Juan Soto is headed to the Houston Astros. That one I'm not sure about. Okay, I didn't think Yankees would be given every opportunity to match any any offer that he's given. And if they do that, I think he'll be back with the Yankees. Okay, and they do have an advantage too. He played with them already. Like I said, when I was talking with Ryan Garcia from 5 Star Yankees the other night, and one of the Yankees' advantages that they have is he played with them for a year. Had he not played with them for a year and he just went into free agency, then he would have the Mets would have a better shot. But I understand people think he's going to go to the highest bid. I get that. I mean, he's gotten his glory with the Nationals already. He's taken the Padres further. He's taken the Yankees further. Now it's his opportunity to cash in. But the fact is the Yankees are the most valuable franchise in baseball, and the return on investment for Juan Soto would be second to none. It would be absolutely incredible. So at the end of the day, I do think he not only will come back, but he should come back to the Yankees. But the Yankees have to do everything they can to bring him back, which is why I keep talking about relievers and position players and trades and so on and so forth, because there are ways of making the Yankees better while they wait on Juan Soto. Okay? One of the things that the Yankees have had problems with recently is waiting on their top target, and then letting all the other complementary pieces sign elsewhere. And they've done it far too often in the last decade. This is an opportunity. There's a lot of guys that can be had on the free agent market and the trade market that represent upgrades for the Yankees. And like I said, it gives you ammunition to go back into Juan Soto and say, look, you would be coming back to a much better team. That's how I would approach it. But then again, that's just me. I don't work for the Yankees. So they don't pay me to make these types of arguments and opinions. So, but I want to know what your thoughts are. Let me know what your thoughts are. These three guys, would you sign any of them? And again, Jeff Hoffman is probably the only of the three who can get probably multiple 2 or 3 year deal. David Robertson and Kirby Yates, I could see them on a 1 year deal. But all these guys are highly productive, high strikeout rates, and they very, very rarely walk guys. So they fit the profile of what the Yankees need in the bullpen. Okay, and if you add someone else like a power lefty to these guys, all the more better. So I do think the Yankees are probably going to add 2 or 3 relievers. They have to. They're losing 4 or 5. You got Tommy Kahnle, Clay Holmes, eventually Tim Hill, Johnny Loizaga, someone else I'm forgetting, but oh well. But they've got Ian Hamilton coming back, Scott Efros coming back. Who else do they have? Jake Cousins, Luke Weaver. So they've got quite a few good ones there. And they can add quite a few good ones here to really, really boost that bullpen. If you can get to the point where your teams don't have an inch to breathe, like we didn't have an inch to breathe against the Dodgers bullpen. We need to do that to the teams as well. We really, really, really need to not only get their starters earlier out of the game, with patient hitting. That's why the trades I've been mentioning recently are with contact hitters or with patient hitters, guys that work the counts. Put the Yankees in a position to do this, to work the starting pitchers and get to their bullpen. So, give me your thoughts. If anything else comes out today, you're going to get it. Have a great day. Talk to you next time.